UCF star McKenzie Milton on a long road to recovery. The team's quarterback injuring his leg on national television last November after a devastating tackle. But since then, Central Florida and the entire country has come together to show him support.
UCF! UCF! UCF!
McKenzie says he's getting better, but still has a long road ahead of him.
I mean, God willing, I have a full recovery and hopefully play football again.
And we're so honored this morning to be joined by McKenzie here on Good Day Extra. Great to have you. Thank you.
Thanks,
so talk to me first about how you're feeling. How are you doing right now?
I'm doing really good, been getting better slowly but surely. Been back around the guys, which has been awesome for me, and it's been a learning process for me.
You were really instrumental on the sidelines with the rest of the season, talking to the players, really kind of coaching them yourself. Mm-hmm. What was that like for you?
It was a lot different. You go from week in and week out getting ready to play, and then you're out there supporting your guys in a different role. But it's kind of eye-opening, and it's been a lot of fun. How
amazed were you by the support you received after your injury, and really how people just rallied around you?
Yeah, it was extremely humbling just knowing the support that I got, not just from people in Orlando, but from back home and across the country. Just people sending their thoughts and prayers is too many to count, and it's definitely very humbling and definitely honored.
Your freshman year, I think you guys went, what, 6 and 7 that year, right? And I read that you talked about the Cure Bowl and that loss for you and how that really had a deep effect on you. Tell me about that time in your life.
Yeah, I don't think I was putting my best foot forward for the team with the way I was carrying myself off the field and just not putting all my eggs into the basket of being the best teammate I could be for my team. So I'd do some self-reflecting and some soul searching, and by the grace of God, I went back home, I got baptized, and I just try to better myself and be a better teammate, a better person. And I think the team kind of noticed that, and here we are now.
You had actually thought about quitting at that point, did you not? What did your dad say to you that made a huge difference?
He told me the first decision I made as a grown man was to come to Orlando, come to UCF, play football, and go to school. And he said, McKenzie, you've never been a quitter, and you never been one to quit. And that kind of cut deep for me. Just being my dad, he's always been somebody I looked up to. So that was something that I definitely took to heart, and I just had to man up and come back to Orlando and see it through.
Many fans are familiar with your mom. She's always smiling, always happy. Tell me about your relationship with her and what that meant to you to see really how she rallied around you during this time.
She's a rock star, she's my best friend, and she's been there through thick and thin, my highs and lows, highest of highs, lowest of lows. She's been there from the jump. So, I get on her nerves sometimes, she gets on mine sometimes, but I think that's a good mother-son relationship, and she's the best mom I could ask for.
Your faith obviously has a big role in what you do, and you're about to speak at this event coming up in just a couple of weeks called the Better Man event. Tell me about that. Why did you want to be involved? I've never really been like a big public speaker, but I definitely feel like God has called me to speak at this event, just to open up the hearts and minds of men across Orlando or wherever they're coming from to come to the event. And I'm not just the only speaker, Evander Holyfield, and a few others. It's gonna be a great event, and I just think that all men should, if they can, they should be there. People will make the comparison, and I'm sure you've heard it, to Tim Tebow. Obviously, his faith has a huge impact on him. Have you met him? Have you had a chance to talk to Tim?
No, I've never met him, haven't talked to him, but I'd be honored to meet him. I've definitely been a fan since his time at Florida, and just the way he carries himself. He's never strayed away or shied away from who he is, which is definitely something I admire.
It's refreshing, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Talk to me about your future. I know you hear the naysayers who say that this injury is so significant you won't be able to come back. What do you say to those folks?
Well, I know I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and I'm just taking it one day at a time. That's the only way you can approach something like this, I feel. And for me, it's just knocking down little block at a time, and that's what I've been doing. So I'm just grateful for the good prognosis I've had. And if you want to hear more about it, you can come to the Better Man event.
What do you see as your future? What do you want to see? Where do you see yourself 5, 10 years from now?
I mean, personally, I want to play 10 years in the NFL, if that's God's plan. But if not, you know, I want to coach either college ball or high school ball. Some of the biggest influences I've had in my life have been my coaches. They're kind of like second father figures. So I think that'd be something I could give back, just from where I've been.
I think you and Coach Heupel would make a good team, actually.
Yeah, I think so. Hype's awesome, man.
He is. You guys are so lucky. Thank you so much, McKenzie. Such a pleasure to have you with us this morning. We appreciate you. Again, the event is April 13th, the Better Man event. You can hear McKenzie speak there, talk more about his injury, and we wish you the best. We're so grateful to have you this morning. Thanks for being here. Danielle, back to you.